Joining us now, head coach of the Utah State Aggies, Matt Wells, on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline, preparing for the BYU Cougars in a Friday night matchup in Logan. Coach, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
61 points against San Jose State. Was there anything that didn't work well for you against the Spartans, Coach?
There's a lot of things that worked well, and it was a good result, really, in all three sides or all three phases of our game. But I can assure you this, there's technique errors, there's effort issues that have popped up, and they just get masked when you have a big win like that. But they're not hidden from us, and we're working hard to hopefully correct a lot of those things.
What do you really like about your team right now?
Probably their mojo, confidence. A game like that gives you that, and it was a good win for us in league to start out the Mountain West on the road in the league. We put a huge emphasis around here on winning on the road in the league because it's so hard to win on the road, and starting our league off with a 1-0 record. I think that's a big thing the biggest thing that we took out of that.
Coach, what is the value of having a senior quarterback? This time around, it's Kent Myers.
Well, I think the thing that it gives you is he's seen a lot of stuff. He's seen a lot of football. He's seen a lot of pressures. He's seen a lot of things happen to him. Sometimes he's a lot more successful than others, but nothing really phases him in a way. And I think having an older quarterback and an experienced quarterback, especially in a big rivalry game like this. I mean, he's been in this game and, felt the emotion. And for us, it's a huge rivalry, huge game for us emotionally. And hopefully he can, I think, draw on that experience and draw on playing in this game and hopefully settle his nerves down, settle emotions down, and try to play, a really efficient game at quarterback for us.
You have two of the finest administrative assistants in the country and former BYU players, Fahu Tahi and Wani Unga. Have they told you all of the BYU secrets yet?
It's only Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, so we'll get to those by the end of the week. So, yeah.
And speaking of, since this is a thing between you and us, do you have any personnel notes you want to throw in, like Chucky Keaton news that like we had a couple years ago?
No, yeah, we've had, we could take this discussion with Chucky Keaton maybe and finish up the rest of my time, and then I don't have to answer any more questions from you guys. We have talked about him quite a bit on the show in the years past, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Coach.
Yeah.
McChuckles we had a good time. We loved him.
For better or for worse. Now,
he's first of all, he's a remarkable young man and a great player. I think a little bit of maybe what some people have called the renaissance of Aggie football, or maybe the turnaround of Aggie football. A lot of that coincided with Chucky Keaton, his arrival here. And he's played in this game. I'm not sure he had anything, huge in terms of accomplishments in this game. He's played in this game, been injured in this game, come back, and I keep saying this game, I'm talking about Utah State BYU game.
Sure.
And so I think just, over the history of this game that, between him and Taysom, then it will be talked about, just with the injuries, because what a weird thing and what a freak thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's weird. But yeah, it always gets brought back up this week.
Certainly. Matt Wells, head coach at Utah State, with us on BYU Sports Nation. What's your evaluation of the BYU Cougars through their first 4 games?
Well, first of all, they've played an extremely tough schedule, and they've played some really good football teams that, one obviously the major opponent is Wisconsin. I truly think that Wisconsin will make a run for the Big Ten title and maybe even have a shot to get in the playoffs. So I know that's a quality team, and then you flip them on and watch BYU in the last couple of days against them and see the game, and it's it's a common opponent that you can draw a few conclusions from because it's a recent opponent. I said that in an interview yesterday. Sometimes you have these common opponents that you play and you maybe don't get till like in November, and it's not the same team, right? You know, the injuries have happened, or the mojo or the confidence with that team is different, either better or worse, and you don't draw conclusions. But I think with the games being so close apart, I think you can draw some conclusions. And, you know, obviously we both struggled against Wisconsin.
As many teams will this season. BYU's struggled on offense, obviously. Worst in the country in scoring at 9.8 points per game. When evaluating BYU and preparing your team, is that a dangerous number or in any way, or a product maybe of who BYU's played a little bit?
Well, guys, I mean, I know the BYU fans don't want to hear me say this, but I mean, Wisconsin's defense, you know, you're going against the Kyle Whittingham defense. You're going against a Dave Aranda defense. I mean, those are three of the top defenses in the country, and I think it'll prove out as the year goes on. And those are three front sevens on both on the defensive side of the ball that are legit. And I think that Utah State would have struggled against those three fronts. I know Utah State struggled for a half against one of them. So,
Coach,
I'm not sure that's the answer you were looking for, but I think that's legit.
No, absolutely, that's the answer we're looking for, because
that's fair assessment.
Yeah, it's totally fair. We appreciate the time as always, and look forward to another fun matchup on Friday night at the newly renovated Maverick Stadium.
Yep, look forward to having y'all up here.
All right, thanks, Matt.
All right, take care.
Matt Wells on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.